Hello guys, I'm the Kegman, welcome to Kegman Plays, and welcome back again to Ipswich Town. And this is the end of Season 3 review. Now, we're about to get into Season 4, we're literally going to be playing, I'm not going to show you on screen, you can come join me over on Twitch for this. Twitch.tv/KegmanPlays, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. As you can see, we're supposed to be playing Everton today. We'll be getting into that on the channel, I think, tomorrow night. I can't remember now when I'm starting up the next stream for this. But as you can see here on the table here, we are still in the Premier League. We didn't get relegated last year. We had a very, very good time with things. And things have gone incredibly well. Let's have a look at the Premier League standings for last year. So in the end, last year, we actually ended up in 9th. A very, very solid first season for a newly promoted team. A team that had mostly championship level quality players there as well. I mean, a lot of the players we have are future potential world beaters, but they're not current world beaters. So it's kind of a weird standing to be in. But we finished 9th, 61 points, plus 20 goal difference, won 18, lost 13, drew 7, scored 78, conceded 58. Genuinely not a bad season. Not a bad season at all. If we go into the last year's games, we can have a look. Obviously, this is where it messed up for us at the start on a 5-game losing streak. We had a bit of a run before, like, went on a bit of a losing streak again, and then we had a decent run, a couple of games here and there, and then end of the season, okay-ish. There was a couple of games that we should have done better in, like the Norwich game, for example. It was very, very close, but it was a late resurgence for them. Stats don't look kind of reflective of how the majority of the game went. We did manage to beat Liverpool 3-1, however, in a game that we really should not have won. So the roundabout of FM goes on. Obviously, sometimes you get a win that you shouldn't have, and sometimes you get a loss that you shouldn't have either. We had a couple of big results. We had a 5-2 over Wolves. Very big result there. Newcastle 6-1 as well. And there was another one here. Oh yeah, Stoke City 5-0. We had a few high-scoring games. Southampton 5-2, Stoke 4-2. We done pretty damn well. When I say we done pretty damn well, we done pretty damn well indeed. We didn't do very well in the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup, but my main focus was purely on making sure that when we got to having Premier League football the following season, I wanted to make sure that carried on being the case. Pardon me, financially, we're very, very sound as a club. £68 million transfer budget. I've done Kegonomics. We'll look at those things with the transfers in a moment. But £94 million in the bank, £68 million transfer budget, which most are going to be spoken for very shortly. And we've committed to spending £1.31 million of our wage budget. Currently have about 250k available. But again, that might go awry soon. We're going to come back to the transfer history page in just a sec. Oh, sorry, the transfer page, and we'll have a look at this first. So, we had players coming on freeze. We've moved players on. We'll talk about the players who have joined us, and I'll show you Kegonomics in a moment. So, the youngsters have joined us, or have gone out on loan. So, Bondi's joined us finally. He should be going out on loan soon. There is a bid for him. He joined us on a free. Thiago Antunes, he also joined us on a free. 4-star potential ability. I don't know if it's going to become anything any good. We'll loan him out. Hoodie's free, we're going to make money. That's the main thing. Chris Barber, not his actual name. This is a name that Barbs, one of my Twitch viewers, gave to him. He's joined the club finally. He's actually been promoted straight into the first team. He's going to do a fairly good job this season straight away of getting involved. He's probably going to be a backup winger for me to begin with, and occasionally coming to the striking option, coming in as a striking option. But mostly I'm going to try retraining him as an inside forward, which I think he's going to be best as, personally. Angela White's-Hoover, not the real name, has joined us from Racing Club for £5.25 million. If you know who Angela White is, again, this is a whole Twitch thing going on. If you're under 18, don't search for Angela White, that's all I'm going to say. But £5.25 million for this 18-year-old. We've put him out on loan to Piaskowicz. He couldn't get a work permit, so we're sending him on to our Polish affiliate club that only takes 3 years. The nationality and the way things work in my Brexit, the Brexit we received, is that EU nationals are treated the same way they were before Brexit. Leandro Cabrera joins me for £2.8 million, and I'm happy with this. He's not outstanding, but I'm happy with him because he's a fairly solid centre-back. He's also a perfectionist. He could be quite a good mentor. So I'm quite happy with that. 31 years old, he's going to be okay for a couple of years. Probably not going to be starting, but he'll get there. Eric Pulgar from Fiorentina. £10.5 million for this player. Seems a bit excessive. Again, perfectionist. Want to use him as a bit of a mentor. And he's going to be a very, very, very good option in that midfield. Apparently, if you look at comparison here, he's apparently my best option as a DM. I don't use DMs, I use centre mids. But he's going to be a very, very good player. If we have a look to him as a box-to-box midfielder really quickly, you can see that all of his attributes, outside of dribbling, are above 12, which I kind of like. So when I say above 12, I mean obviously for this role. His leadership's a little bit low, but doesn't matter too much. And his long throws are a little bit low, but everything else here is 12 or above. Very, very good player. Very, very good price, I think. Ludovic Reis joined me from Barcelona on a free. I then moved him on for £11 million, like a handful of days later on. Kegonomics. You'll have to see it. Michael Frey. He joined me from Fenerbahce on a free. I then sold him to Olympia for $7.5 million. Again, Kegonomics. We love it. Jack Lancaster joined me again, signed him on a free. Currently trying to get him back out for sale. I was hoping he's going to be worth a little bit more. But we basically made £2 million on that player and brought him back for nothing. And worst case scenario, I've got a HGC player hanging around somewhere. Carlos Alenia joined me from Barcelona on a free. I sold him to Southampton for £18.5 million. Hashtag Kegonomics. You'll love it. Lewis Gibson joined me for £1.7 million from Everton. I then moved him straight on to Watford for £2.5 million. Not huge amounts of money made there, but it's still a bit of money. It's still going to add in. I know he's got potential ability there. I just don't see myself using him. He doesn't really fit in to what I'm after. Nice little player, but doesn't fit into what I'm after. Ethan Lev, £2 million. Technically, not £2 million. That's the compensation I had to pay for him. We got him on a free transfer, end of contract. I brought in Ethan Laird because I've not used him before. He's English, he's homegrown in nation. He's still got some potential ability there, as you can see, 5-star potential. But mostly, he's able to play on the left and right hand side. So I moved on our former Norwegian guy, Fjotov Lovik, for two reasons. One, he wasn't actually that good anymore. And also, I used him when we were at FC Eindhoven in the previous Twitch save. And I just wanted to get away from using the same players over and over again. But Ethan Laird became available. He can cover both sides. He'll probably be second or third choice while he develops. And yeah, I'm very, very happy with him as a pickup for the price, especially. Mohamed Koulibaly in on a free from ASEC Mimosas. Can't get him a work permit, so we've sent him off to France. He's only got 3-star potential ability, but not being funny, for a free player, he might develop quite nicely. He already looks quite okay. But yeah, he'll do a job. Diego Costa on a free. So you may have seen, I don't know if I've used it as a thumbnail or not, I think I have. Diego Costa has joined us on a free transfer. I'm paying him £45,000 a week. I nearly gave him a contract, nearly gave him a contract of £92,000 a week. But I held off. I waited a month until the last week of June. And then I was like, we'll go for him now. His demands were much lower. So I was like, okay, we'll bring him in. Very, very nice addition to the team. I just needed someone who's going to add me a bit more potential punch. He's not outstanding, but he's going to offer me a bit more, basically. And perfectionist, good little bit of mentoring going on there, maybe. And finally in so far, for now, we're going to have a look at these things. Edinson Cavani on a free. Professional. He's in a bit of better shape. He's older, but he's in better shape than Costa. But again, he was just a case of, right, I want to bring in someone to strengthen the team. I want to get a bit of a name. He is a bit of a name. 70 grand a week is a little bit much, but he is a fucking name. Can you imagine Edinson Cavani and Diego Costa at Ipswich in real life? It'd be insane, wouldn't it? But here we are. We brought him in. That gives me a bit more option up front. On the way out, Neil Mokai, who I signed last season. Or Mokai. I've made £2.25 million on him. I barely used him. He was actually not that great for me. 19 appearances, 3 goals, 1 assist is terrible for a striker. Obviously, I didn't do my research on him because the season before he only scored 2 and 21. But we moved him on for a profit. I like that. Martin Petkov. Sold Martin Petkov, actually. Didn't really want to. I just didn't see myself using him much anymore. I genuinely was not using him. And we made ourselves over £10 million on him. You can see we had 19 games last season, got 4 goals. I mean, we kind of used him, but I needed to improve somewhere in the squad, and he was a casualty. So we moved him on for 12.5. That was a solid 12.5, I think. I don't think I've got anything else on that. That's fine. Fjortov we spoke about a minute ago. Sold him for 700k to Toronto. We doubled our money on him, and we had him for a few seasons. Move him on. Do what we need to do. Ludovic Reese we talked about a little while ago. Les Gibson we talked about a little while ago. Alistair Lenny we talked about a little while ago. And Michael Frey we talked about a little while ago. Nothing really major going out. A couple of players went out on freeze. No names. Eva Flernes, who we signed early doors in the save, thinking he was going to develop. I've lost just under 18 grand on him. I'm not overly fussed by that, you know. But yeah, so we're looking okay. Transfers coming in. Now, let me talk about people who are coming in the future, potentially. One of them has got a contract agreed. I've delayed it. I'm waiting to see if I've got someone else coming in. So, Jack Grealish. He's currently... so, Villa got relegated last season. And Jack Grealish, I think, would be a wonderful little addition. Obviously, English, homegrown nation, you know, he's going to cost me around about £54 million. And he's going to want 130 grand a week, if I remember rightly. But he's going to solidify my midfield that little bit more. He's going to be a strong option. The only problem with him is his positioning and his tackling as a box-to-box midfielder. I'm not 100% convinced I want to use him. But I'm kind of tempted at the same time because he can cover shadow striker, he can cover inside forward on both sides. If I need him to, he's got me. There's a lot of cover there. There is a hell of a lot of cover there. So I am very tempted to bring him in. Mesut Ozil is a bit of a joke. I'm not actually going to chase him up. Danny Olmo is the other big name that we would know about. Now, he has agreed a contract. He's going to cost me £25 million. If I remember rightly, he wants about 40 grand a week, so he's a lot cheaper than Jack Grealish. I don't know if we're going to be able to afford both players. We can afford one or the other. I don't know if we're going to make... Let me know in the comments below who you'd rather see at Ipswich, Danny Olmo or Jack Grealish. I don't know if I'll be able to guarantee that I'm going to be going for one of those two based on your comments, but it'd be interesting to see what you guys would like to see with Ipswich. I mean, both players are great, obviously. Both players are fantastic. Very, very different players. I'd say Daniel was slightly more attacking-minded, more of a winger, but I don't know. But let me know what you think in the comments below. And finally, coming in, hopefully, contract just needs to be signed. £20.5 million. This 19-year-old centre-back, Natalino, from Sao Paulo. I really like him. I can't see much in the way of negatives about him. My biggest issue with him is his pace, and the only reason that is because I like a covering centre-back. That's the only reason I'm a little bit funny about him, but he's 19, we might be able to work on his pace. Jumper reach is 18, 195 centimetres tall, heading 12, marking 14, tackling 18, teamwork 18, which I like, positioning is only 12. Bravery's quite good, aggression's quite good. He's just quite a nice little player, and for £20.5 million, I think he's worth picking up. He's also got an Italian nationality, so I don't have to worry about work permits. There's not much available, really, for me at the moment when it comes to price point and bringing in a centre-back. I do need to work on our centre-backs. We have Adarabio and Wolfenden. Then we've got Lucas Mai on loan, and he's okay. Then after that's Adam Senior, and he's not going to develop much more. I'm actually trying to get rid of him right now. But Adarabio, very nice. Wolfenden is kind of at max ability. He's not that far away from hitting his max potential. So yeah, I think having a nice, strong 19-year-old centre-back come in will do the job. I think, anyway. But again, let me know in the comments below what you think. And that's kind of it. I don't think there's really much else to talk about. I think we're up to date. I think we're good to go, aren't we? So I'll give you a quick rundown of the squad as it sits right now, so you guys can catch up. I think my head's in the way a little bit. Now you can see all the names. That's fine. So in goal, we've still got Joe Hart, we've got Harry Wright, and we've got Radislav Majecki as our starting goalkeeper. Very, very nice, developing rather well, actually. Do we need to get a new goalkeeper in at some point to give him a bit more competition? Joe Hart isn't going to be here much longer. Neither is Harry Wright. Wolfenden, senior mine. We've got Philip Riccardo as a potential left-handed player. He's kind of second fiddle at the moment. We've got Ignace van der Bremt still. He's still here. He's still got a bit of potential. I'm not really using him, though, so he's not really been developing. In fact, I don't think he had a single game for me last season. He did not in the season before. He had two. So he might be a necessary cut. Obviously, we had a look at Adarabio, who we signed for free a couple of years ago. Rasmus Nissen Christensen still here. He's kind of hit his maximum potential. I like him, though. He gives me a lot of options. Left side, right side, at a push in the centre. He's good all around. We need to hold on to him for obvious reasons. We saw Ethan Laird. Greg Taylor's still here. He's number one choice for left back role. Very, very good sign of 16.75 million. Very, very happy with him when we signed him last year. Cabrera we just saw. Zidowns is getting on, or Flynn Downs. Sorry, Flynn Downs. Or Flynadine Zidowns as he is in our save. He's kind of hit his maximum potential as well. He might kind of start sitting back a lot, not being used as much. Eric Poulgar we looked at. Finley Robertson's developing still. His potential ability's dropped in comparison to where it was, but he is still developing. Very much a championship level player. He's not really Premier League level yet, but might have to hold on to him for now. Ryan Gravenberch, he's developing quite nicely. There's been interest in him from other clubs. Don't necessarily want to sell him though. I've been using him primarily as a shadow striker, and he's doing very fantastic. Rujin Makodonaradu, the Japanese regen, who's unhappy with me because he wanted to go out on loan and get some game time. I still managed to get 25 appearances with me last season. Didn't get game time though, so he had to go out on loan, and now he's unhappy with me. He's developing really nicely. He's actually really good as a box-to-box midfielder. Again, working on him, developing him. We need to get him into a mentoring group, ideally. Curtis Jones on a free. Obviously, we signed a couple of years ago on a free. He's developing quite well. Didn't get as many games last year as he probably should have done. 23 is still a fairly, respectable amount of games. Paleo Marilla's still here for now. His valuation tanked massively. So his valuation was at 15 million. I think I used him 3 times last year, 12 apparently. And his valuation tanked hugely. So I need to do something with him. I don't know if I'm going to hold on to him, sell him on, or what. He's still got potential. I just haven't been using him because he's not as good as some of the other players we've got. Might loan him out, actually. Might be the best options to loan him out. OBM, we've still got him. We've renewed his loan for another season. I need to renew his loan for another season on top of that if I can. I do want to make him a permanent signing. He is going to be HGN at this point. He didn't play many games for me last season. He was injured for about 8 months. So his game time was very limited because of that. Still managed to get 15 games in and 4 goals and 8 assists. So he came back and it was like bang, firing, lovely stuff. He'll love to see it. Rogerio Oricchio, the man we signed in January last season. Beautiful player, absolutely beautiful player. 9 appearances, 5 goals, 3 assists. What a way to welcome yourself to a new team and to welcome yourself to a new nation altogether. Obviously, Diego Costa we saw. Diego Botzer is still here. He's still got a lot of potential, still developing, 19 years old, currently worth 15.5. And for someone we signed for 900k, he's doing very well. He'll be HGN at some point soon too. Bradley Walsh, or John Patterson. He's got a face now. He's got a new name. Again, given by Twitch chat. He's developing right nicely. He came in and announced himself with 14 appearances, 9 goals and 2 assists in January, or from January for the rest of last season. Very good return. Very nice, quick return on him. And Chris Barber we've seen, and Edison Cavani we've seen. So we're up to date with the squad. That is the squad. We're still using the same tactic we were before this shape. Sometimes things change. So the shadow striker and the centre forward go from there to there, to the other way around. And sometimes a box-to-box midfielder becomes a DLP. Outside of that, this tactic hasn't changed. It's been doing us wonderfully well. And that's going to be the end of today's video. So if you have enjoyed today's video, of course, please do click the like button. If you didn't like it, let me know. Click the dislike button. Don't forget to subscribe. Join me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/KegmanPlays. There'll be links down below for both my Twitch and my Discord. And there'll also be a Twitter link down there as well. May as well click that and follow me on Twitter too. I'll see you when I see you. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.